Yep, thank you, Michaela, and thank you guys for all being here. I know it's a lot to stay till 7 or 8 at night, especially if you have families. So don't worry, I will not be talking too long and get you guys out of here so you can all get a beer before you get home. So there's basically a couple of things you need to make sure that you're planning for when it comes to end of life. Unfortunately, nobody makes it out alive, right? So you have to plan for the expected. All of us are going to pass away one day, so make sure you have your documents in order. That's where Maury and Kroll can help you out. They can create your estate plan. They can make sure that you have wills, trust if you need them. We'll talk about that in a second. But they can also help you plan for the unexpected. So we know we're going to pass away. That's an unfortunate reality of life. But sometimes people become incapacitated, right? And you're unable to make decisions for yourself. So you need documents for that too, right? And that's, again, where you guys can help out. Can help you create powers of attorney, both medical and financial, so that somebody can serve on your behalf financially if you need it, and also somebody knows your medical wishes and can help you from that perspective too, if that time comes. So financial advisors, we kind of fit into the picture. We can help position your portfolio, make sure that your assets are working towards whatever goals you have. Everybody in this room is different. We're all different ages, we all have different backgrounds, we all have probably different levels of assets too. It doesn't matter to me. We help out. We can take what you tell us and help you position your portfolio to work towards that end, right? Some people are charitably minded. We want to make sure that, we fund dog shelters when we're gone, right? Some people want to make sure that homeless people can eat when they're gone. Some people want John Grant's chamber to be funded when they're gone. That's me. No. Some people also want to make sure their kids have a head start or have a legacy that could be created. Some people might want to fund church, right? Whatever it is, it does not matter. There's a big no judgment sign in my office for that reason, right? I don't care what you're funding, but if you tell me, I can help you design a path to get there. So that's where we kind of fit in. I really encourage clients to collaborate, not only with their financial advisor and their attorney, but also bring in a CPA. We all look at this from a different perspective. They can help you from the legal structure, making sure that your estate plan gets created and in a way that it'll be executed properly. But financial advisors will help the asset side, and then your tax consultant can help us piece together the tax part of that equation as well. So one question we get all the time is, do I need a trust? Maury and Kroll can certainly give you the legal advice there, but what I would say is trusts are really good at protecting assets once you're not here to handle them. If you have a special needs person in your family, you should really look into legal advice on a trust. If you need to restrict inheritance from someone, I've dealt with families before that wanted to give someone in their family their assets when they passed, but that person's dealing with something. Maybe it's a substance issue, right? So I don't want to give a drug addict $1 million because that money is going to become a burden to them instead of a blessing. A trust would be a really good vehicle in that case to put some protections around that money so that you can help them without cutting them out of the will entirely. Sometimes trusts can provide tax benefits. So if you find yourself in that situation, an attorney, a CPA, and a financial advisor in the same room, we can all collaborate and make sure that your assets are positioned as well as possible. Kind of a quick story that some people don't think about, and I know the financial folks and the insurance guy who was here would definitely. I've seen a situation where someone gets life insurance, they get married, they get life insurance on their spouse, everything's great. 10 years goes by, the relationship dwindles, it's not the way that they wanted it to be, and they split, right? They had to talk to Maury and Kroll, they had to get a divorce. That's never fun. Then the person who originally got the life insurance policy, they get remarried, right? New spouse, everything's great, but I forgot to switch the beneficiary on my old life policy. What happens when that person dies? Well, their ex just got really happy, and their current spouse is really unhappy, right? Because they just got a huge tax-free check to the ex. So constantly check your beneficiaries. I would say at minimum every year you should look at your beneficiaries. It's amazing how quickly life changes from year to year. So look at your accounts, make sure that all your beneficiaries are in line. Whatever is on an account beneficiary form is going to take the precedence over a will or a trust. So you can have your will say one thing, you can have your beneficiary designation say another. The beneficiaries always win, and it doesn't matter what your intentions were, that's the way it is. So check those beneficiaries, they're extremely important. I really wanted this to be y'all's time, so what questions do you guys have, and how can I best help you and guide you in the right direction.
Where's your money invested right now?
Mine? In all the best things. Yeah? No, give you a hot stock tip. Come in, make an appointment, and we'll talk about it.
So I have a beneficiary question.
Yeah.
So say, for example, you have a life insurance and you've got, your parents on there and then your significant other and, your siblings. And then one person that's a beneficiary passes,
Mm-hmm.
but he hadn't changed it.
You can have contingents for that person. Maureen and Kroll are good people to talk to about this too. There's different ways you can structure it. So depending on how it's set up will depend on what happens from there. If you want to bring me a statement, I can look at it and I can tell you kind of how it's set up.
It's just kind of a what if.
Yeah, it's a what if with a what if at the end, right? Because it's depending on how it's set up, it's going to depend on how it's handed down. And there's a few different ways you can do that.
Okay.
Thank you guys. I hope everybody has a good night.